Close your eyes for a second and imagine nothing. No floor under your feet. No roof above your head. No sound, no color, no you or me. Just a deep, silent, endless dark. But then something happened. Someone was there, God, and he wasn't quiet for long. God opened his mouth and spoke the most powerful words ever heard. Light be. And whoosh! Light exploded everywhere, bright, warm, and beautiful. The darkness ran away like a scared shadow. God smiled at that light. He said, "You are good." Then he named the light day and the darkness night. That was the very first day of everything. Now, the next day, God said, "I want a big, open sky to stretch out like a giant blue tent." And in a blink, the sky appeared pushing waters apart, holding back the heavens. Can you imagine looking up for the first time and seeing that beautiful blue? That was day 2. Then day 3 came, and God had a fun idea. He said, "Water, gather into one place so dry land can pop up." And the oceans ran to their corners, and mountains rose, valleys dropped, and land appeared brown dirt, shiny sand, rocky cliffs. God called the dry ground land and the waters seas. He looked and said, "That's good." But wait, he wasn't done on day 3. Oh no, God said, "Let the earth grow green grass, flowers, bushes, fruit trees, and big shady oaks." And the ground started dancing. Tiny seeds cracked open, green sprouts reached for the sky, vines wrapped around branches, and apples, grapes, and figs hung down sweet and heavy. The whole world became a garden. God loved it. He said, "Very good." Day 4 was for lights in the sky. God said, "I want a big, bright one to rule the day, that's the sun, and a smaller, softer one to rule the night, that's the moon." Then he sprinkled stars across the darkness like glitter on black paper, thousands and thousands of them. He put them all up there to mark seasons and days and years. So beautiful. Day 5, swimming and flying day. God said, "Let the water teem with living creatures, tiny fish, giant whales, wiggly eels, and colorful coral dancers." And suddenly the oceans were packed with life, splashing, leaping, zooming everywhere. Then God said, "Let birds fly above the earth," and feathers appeared. Doves cooed, eagles soared, and little sparrows chirped their first songs. God blessed them all and said, "Have babies and fill the seas and the sky." What a party that day was. Now, day 6. This was the biggest day yet. God said, "Let the land bring forth animals, wild beasts, crawling critters, and tame farm animals." Lions roared for the first time, giraffes stretched their long necks, rabbits hopped, and ants marched. Every creature you can think of, furry, scaly, bumpy, or smooth, they all came out of the ground when God called them. But then God paused. He said something very different. He said, "Let us make humans, not like the animals. Let them be in our image like us." What does that mean? It means humans could think deep thoughts, feel big feelings, make art, tell jokes, and love for real. And they could talk with God face to face. So God bent down to the dirt, good, ordinary dirt, and he shaped a man, like a potter with clay, but even more carefully. He made arms to hug, legs to run, eyes to see sunsets, ears to hear birds. Then God did something he never did with any animal. He leaned close, put his mouth to the man's nose, and breathed. He breathed his own breath into that dusty shape. And the man opened his eyes. He was alive. He had a soul. God named him Adam. Then God said, "It's not good for the man to be alone." So he made a helper and a friend, a woman. He made her from Adam's side, so she would stand beside him, not above or below. Adam saw her and his heart leaped. She was beautiful, just like him, made in God's image. He called her Eve, which means life. Together they were the king and queen of this brand new world. God looked at everything. He had made the light, the sky, the land, the plants, the sun, moon, stars, fish, birds, animals, and finally his very own image bearers, the man and the woman. And God said, "This is very, very good." Day 7 came, and God rested. Not because he was tired, God never gets tired, but because he was finished, and he wanted to enjoy what he made. And he wanted you to enjoy it too. Do you see what happened? God didn't just speak rules or write a book. He created wonders. He painted skies, sculpted mountains, filled oceans with living jewels, and then the greatest wonder of all, he made you and me in his own image, so we could know him, love him, and walk with him. And guess what? The story isn't over. From this very first page of Genesis, we're going on an adventure all the way to the last page of Revelation. We'll see a giant flood, a baby in a basket, a boy with a sling, a lion's den, and the most amazing person ever, Jesus. But you don't want to miss a single episode. So ask your parents to help you subscribe right now. That way, every new story will come straight to you. Let's discover God's wonders together. Here's the verse from Genesis 1 that tells us about God's greatest creation. So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. God blessed them and said to them, "Be fruitful and increase in number. Fill the earth and subdue it." God saw all that he had made, and it was very good. Genesis 1:27-28:31. See you next time, Wonder Explorer. We've only just begun.